The story of a people is told best by those who live it out daily. And when the history of that community is informative, inspirational, and insightful, it should then be shared with the world. The Clio Exchange does that.
Now, you left Arkansas, went to Illinois, and that's where you became indoctrinated in a serious way with football.
Yeah, I got a little more involved in football there because actually, this is interesting.
Okay.
I was going to Grambling because in my area of the country, we knew very little about the north or the east.
Okay.
So all the colleges in those areas so my senior year, I had 30-some schools after me, and so many of them was out east, and I didn't know where they were or who they were.
Well, they asked you for track?
No, football.
For football.
For football.
Okay.
And track.
Okay.
Back then, you took the dual scholarships.
Okay.
But I was aware of the black institution, Grambling, Tennessee State,
Prairie View,
and Jackson State. We were into that.
Right.
Bishop College, all those black schools. Yeah. And so I was going with Eddie, because Eddie is just getting going down there.
Right.
And we laugh about that even today. He said, I had you. And but my mama came and got me.
Did she?
I didn't know that my George Britton, my hometown, had went to the University of Illinois, and he and the freshman coach was very tight. They'd been roommates. So all this time he'd been
working it out.
Okay. And I don't know this.
Sure.
And so, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to Grambling. And my mother said, no, you're going to Illinois. Now, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know where.
But you were an obedient son.
Oh, yeah. Next thing I knew, I was on the train heading north. I'd never heard of Illinois. And so it was tough for me for a couple of years because I wanted to go home, and I didn't. I did not have a tremendous college career in football.
Okay.
I had a great career in track in college, set a world record and all that kind of stuff. But I had a great sophomore year, upset a couple of national teams, went on second team All-American, the whole works, and I only played 5 games. My junior year, I was hurt most of the time. At the end of that year, I set a world record in track because I built my leg back up by going into track. My senior year, they were kind of changing things, getting ready because you're going out of there. They're replacing you.
Right.
And I had just a so-so year. But even then, I had never seen a pro football game.
But they were watching you.
They were watching me. I heard from the Cleveland Browns. It was the first team that I actually noticed. I mean, I was getting these little cards, but I never paid it any attention.
You still had Arkansas in your mind.
I'm still. But I got this information coming at me. And I said, what they want with me? I haven't had a great college career. But they wanted the speed. And I was now doodling a lot of great Olympic players, runners, and had in the back of my mind training for the Olympics myself. My track coach at Illinois had just come back from the Olympics earlier, and he said, when you get away from that football, we're going to go full blast on this. And so that was on my mind. Until Paul Brown came and offered me a few dollars.
Yeah, I was going to say, Paul Brown came after you.
I said, you going to pay me to play
to play this game?
So
that's what pro football is.
Yeah. I had seen one game. I saw the Bears play once.
Okay.
And it's all there. I just never paid it any attention.
Sure. And it must have been a humongous contract that he offered you. 6-7 figures maybe?
It was really funny. One of the quarterbacks from the University of Illinois who had played before me, but had also been at the Browns one year, Tommy O'Connell. And Tommy saw me on campus. He said, did you hear from Paul Brown? I heard that he's interested in you. I said, yeah, he sent me a contract. He said, he did? I said, yeah, it's in my room. Because I just laid it down. He said, well, how much? Well, I don't know. I didn't even pay it much attention. He said, look and let me know. So I went and got the contract out, and Paul had offered me $7,000.
$7,000 for one game?
For a season.
Wow.
So I told him, I said, well, he offered me $7,000. He said, what? He said, you send it back and tell him you want more. Well, I don't know, you don't do that, back then.
Yeah.
And but ironically, Paul sent the contract back, another contract back, and had raised it to 8,000.